boys and girls. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Electro Boogaloo. Well, let's just get to the movie. Of all the movies that have ever been made, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Electro Boogaloo is one of them. And it's not a very good one. Surprise! So, what's wrong with the movie, you ask? Viewer at home? Well, I'll tell you. Electro, Rhino, Green Goblin, Spider-Man, Gwen Stacy, basically everything. Oh! But the villains are the worst part of this movie, definitely. Max Dillon, who becomes the Electro, is portrayed as a very goofy character, and they have some freaking sitcom antics music playing while, he's in there, and I'm like, alright, Spider-Man movie, right? And, he becomes Electro, and he's a CG monstrosity. And by monstrosity, I mean he looks terrible. He doesn't look like anything that you'd theoretically see if Spider-Man characters were real. Anyway, everything looks fake in this movie. Just doesn't feel real. And Max Dillon's motivation for becoming a villain is pretty much, I don't know, he's mad because people didn't want to celebrate his birthday. Spider-Man movie, folks. And you got the Green Goblin, Harry Osborn. Saw him in the trailers. Come on, folks. I'm not spoiling anything. He's in the TV spots, trailers. So he just comes in, I don't know, 40 minutes into the movie or something, and he's like, and Peter's like, Harry, my good pal, what's up, my good man, good sir? And I'm just like, oh, yeah, remember in The Amazing Spider-Man 1? When Peter Parker and Harry Osborn were such good friends? No. We have to be told. Or we saw the first 3 Spider-Man movies. But those don't count. It's a reboot. So he's got like a skin disease, and it makes him into the Green Goblin? Okay. That's kind of weird, kind of different. It's not even a real skin disease, it's like some made-up shit. It's like, the Green Goblin disease, scary. And it's like, well, okay, I guess. You couldn't stick closer to the comics? Nah. We wanted to pay homage to the kinds of comic book movies that came out 20, 25 years ago. You know, the kind that didn't stay true to the comics. Ooh, okay. Well, we got just Dane DeHaan playing the Green Goblin is Harry Osborn is freaking silly. I don't know, I loved Willem Dafoe, but I feel like Dane DeHaan takes it even farther in terms of the cheesiness. Rhino's in this thing. Terrible Russian accent, played by Paul Giamatti. And he's got a CGI mechanical rhinoceros suit. He does like a little runny thing. Oh, make it stop. So, that happened. I guess.
This is starting to sound like a bad comic book plot.
What the hell was that? Okay. So anyway, Peter's haunted. Peter Parker, in case you don't know. It's kind of hard to believe that people don't know the story of Spider-Man. Oh yeah, they had to remake that in the first Amazing Spider-Man. That movie exists. I had to watch it. So anyway, um, Peter's haunted by Dennis Leary, who played Captain Stacy in the first Amazing Spider-Man, more like the mediocre Spider-Man, and like really awkward scenes too. It's just like, hey, I'm Captain Stacy. I'm gonna interrupt your really important scene to make you feel guilty. Ah, ah, But the soap opera element is horrible. Andrew Garfield mumbling stuff. He's like, I love you. People say he's better than Tobey Maguire. Get out. Tobey Maguire was great. Okay. Sinister fucking Six. I don't know. They're setting him up. That's not a spoiler. Come on. Dr. Octopus's arms. Vulture's wings. You saw that in the trailer, guys. Don't say that's a spoiler either, because they spoiled everything in the freaking trailer. But, that was blatant. And shouldn't have even been in the movie, but whatever. They gotta promote the next movie and the Sinister Six spin-off. Can you believe that crap? It's like they cared more about sequels and spin-offs than the actual movie, than telling a story in this actual movie. Because it's a collection of scenes. It's a collection of scenes. There's events, there's stuff. But a plot, a coherent plot, it's just sort of disjointed. And kind of comes together at the end. Kind of. Whatever. Hans Zimmer did the score. I did not care much for this. Surprising, I know. Hans Zimmer is a great composer, but didn't care much for this one. And you know something? This freaking movie had 3 villains. And Captain America 2 had at least 5. Not to mention all the Hydra agents that were in that movie. So, like, Captain America 2 had more villains, but did them all way better than this movie did. None of the villains were done well in this movie. Oh my gosh. So, you can have a bunch of villains in a superhero movie and have them all work, but it helps when they're connected in some way, and it's not disjointed, and it's just like this random encounter. Jeez. Alright, guys. Spoiler territory. In case you didn't know this, in case you didn't freaking know, from the comics, something very famous that happens. Just go away if you haven't seen the movie or don't read the comics. I really don't think you should see this movie, but just spoiler section, guys. The death of Gwen Stacy was actually alright. Wasn't terrible, I guess. They did the whole, Peter kind of feels responsible thing. And that was good. I think if they just went with the Green Goblin killed her, that would have been too easy, I think. And they took the harder route with that, and I admire them. I mean, that's in the comic. But man, this movie kind of sucks. I mean, I don't really like it. What did I like though? The scene when I guess I kind of liked when Spider-Man had a cold. I thought that was kind of funny, I guess, where he mumbled Spider-Man. But then he kind of mumbled in other parts of the movies. Then I was like, oh, I almost want to take back that laugh. So, shit. What did I like in this movie? That's it. I didn't really like much in this movie. Oh, Sally Field was better in this one. I didn't really care much for her as Aunt May in the first one. She was better in this. That's it. Not such a good movie. What's my rating? Rating. You know what, guys? You've earned it. I'm just gonna stop. It's like a 2. Like a 2 out of 5. Like a low score. Don't see it, it's bad. You're gonna see it anyway. It's freaking Spider-Man. What could I do? What could I do to make you not see it? It's not even making me that mad though. I'm just being over the top. It's not even like a movie that makes me mad like Man of Steel did or Dragon Ball Evolution or anything. It's not that freaking awful. It's just pretty stupid. Well, have a nice day. I'm the Green Goblin.